All right, the function f is defined by f of x equals 9x minus 16. What is the value of f of 3?
-4.
How did you come up with that?
As I know that it has to be that times. Oh wait, no, D. Sorry.
So this
Play
time
7 because
it's
I know it needs to be times 9.
9 times 3 minus 16. You're putting 3 in for x and then subtracting 16. So 9 times 3 minus 16.
11.
Yes. All right, so easy to get the wrong answer, even though you don't have to show any work here. Let's try another one here. All right, so here we go. Take a look at this.
C, -2/5.
Yes, good. All right. So now the other style of question that you will see is going the other direction. Imagine if I gave you the output and you had to solve for x. Same thing like here. I could give you an f of x and ask you to solve for x. That is what this next question is asking you for. So let me snip that in. All right, so here we go. Go ahead and take a look at that, please.
Okay. Fine by. Okay. D, -14.
Okay. And how confident are you in your answer?
Very confident.
Okay. So this time they're asking you to put -3 in for x. So this time it's 4 times -3 minus 2, which is minus 14. Sometimes they ask you to go the other direction. This one did not. All right. The other style of question that you will see on standardized testing is a free response. Now, this one is not actually a free response question, but I'm going to snip it in as if it's a free response because you have to be confident to find your answer without seeing it as a list here. Okay. This one's got more than one step. Okay. They're asking you to determine f of -2. Notice to do that, you really need the b value, which you don't have. So you presumably need to first determine b and then substitute in -2 for that. So go ahead and give this a try here and let me know what you come up with.
B equals 7 in this one, right?
How did you come up with that?
As F6 equals 7.
Okay. But again, like how did like tell me the steps or what did you do to actually figure that out?
Well, it says that it needs to be times 6, so then I do 3 over 2, right? 6, 6, 12, 18, 12. Anyway, 9, and then plus B, which would need to be 9 minus 2, F minus 2. So F is -2.
So your final answer is f of -2 is -2. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you write anything down for this one?
No.
Okay. So sometimes you should write something down. And it's not that you can't write anything down. It's that you might want to consider that if I write something down, I have a better chance of getting it right. So here we go. 3/2 of 6, you said 18 over 2 is 9. That's true. That means that when you subtract, b is -2. Okay. So this is the function f of x equals 3/2 x minus 2. Now we're going to put -2 in for x. Okay. So this time, 3 over 2 times -2.
It'd be -3 and then -5.
Yes. Okay. So again, like you have the choice. You have the choice. What I'm going to do, what I typically do with students is I kind of go up this learning staircase where for you, first a couple of steps here might not require you to write anything down, but once we get to some of these other problems, you need to write down something. You don't have to write down everything. You don't have to show your work, but you need to write down enough that you can work your way through it and not be adversely affected by this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Here is trying to decide where to go next. So the bulk of the questions that you will actually see on standardized tests are word problems or story problems. Just the nature of the beast, that's what they tend to be. The lot of this is actually unnecessary to read, and one of the strategies that I teach deals with that. But let's just look at this problem from the beginning. Ball is thrown upward from a height of 3 feet above the ground. Assuming no air resistance, the function h defined by h of t equals minus 16t squared plus 36t plus 3 models the ball height, h of t in feet, above the ground t seconds after it is shown. Based on the model, what is the meaning of h of 2 equals 11 in this context?
I have no idea what that means.
Right, and that's fine. First thing I want to focus on is, did that take a lot of time to read? Maybe as much as a minute? Sure. And we still don't even know what it's asking for. All right, let me snip in the answers. So there's a couple of pieces to standardized testing. One is to actually figure out what it wants. The other is to kind of go through the answer space and be like, well, what do any of these mean? Okay. Now, physically, you've done this, I'm sure, at some point. You've thrown a ball up and it comes crashing down to the ground. Okay.
Yeah.
2 is the input. What is the input in this problem? What does t represent in this problem?
Seconds.
T seconds. So we know that 2 seconds. So do any of these answers have 2 seconds in them?
Yes. So
Okay.
it would have to be C. It would have to be C, because we have to put that 11 somewhere too.
Right. So you actually don't even need to know what this is going on here, but if you can sort of map the variables and their units, you have a chance to get the right answer.
Okay.
All right, so let's try a new problem here, and we'll switch to another topic. This is a free response question, meaning there's no multiple choice. Let me go ahead and snip this in. All right, take a look at that and let me know what you come up with, please.
I have no idea what that's asking.
Well, try to piece it together here. I mean, there's no way you read it that quickly and just given up. All right. Any thoughts here now that you got a chance to kind of look it over? I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything you just said there. I'm going to try again. I am not able to hear you right now. Okay, well, let's go back and look at some of the problems we already did today. Start from the beginning. What do you see right here? Yeah, did something happen with your audio or your connection there? It seems like it's very difficult to hear you right now. And it could be me, it could be my... All right. Do you mind just quickly exiting the room and reconnecting? Hey, Jacob, are you able to hear me now? Hello, hello. It does not look like you can hear me. Are you able to hear me? Tell me what day it is if you can hear me. Hey, Jacob, if you could go ahead and unmute yourself. Not sure if you can hear me or not. There you are. Are you able to hear me now? I cannot hear you. It also does not look like you are speaking. Nothing on the microphone is popping up. Hello, hello. Looks like you muted, unmuted, muted, unmuted. You're unmuted right now. I don't think you can hear me. Might be good to test your audio outside the room. They have an option to do that when you join. It'll do a sound check where they check to see if you can hear, and then a check for you to speak, and then but I am not able to hear you. So not sure how much effort you want to put into that, but if you could maybe exit and jump back in, but test your audio on the way back. Hey, Jacob, are you still there? I can't hear you at all. I'm not able to hear you. I recommend exiting the room before you re-enter, though. Make sure you do the audio check where it'll ask you to speak something into it, and it'll play it back. I was able to hear you. Everything was fine. And then, of course, now can't hear you. I'll type those instructions as well.